this industry has no information about everything in bridal. You only get one shot to tie the knot. Brides don't have a basis for comparison.
Yeah.
And so that's why we've birthed this podcast. We deal with very fine garments and fabrics, and we deal with very fragile emotions. That's just kind of how it goes. So everything that has to do with the bridal industry, we love to hate it because of all the complaints and all the little nitpicky stuff. But then we hate to love it because you and I, we've literally like just sat and cried. Like, and together. We're just like, because it's so emotionally draining, but we'll show up again the next day because it's like an addiction. I love the intricate gowns because I love the challenge. Taking things apart and like trying to figure how to like put it all back together again. Like for me, that's like super fun and I really, really enjoy that.
Something negative is the lack of knowledge that I see a lot of the time. It's just that when a bride, gets proposed to, they don't know what's next. But in the industry that I'm in, that I see a bride, several brides a day, I have to just be very repetitive. The industry is very emotional, so it can be very stressful just with all the emotions coming from everywhere, from sewing, from the dress, from the bride.
Like family members and stuff, pressure because of deadlines.
And it's
finances.
Just all together. The number one thing that coincides with stress is if a bride has a bad experience at the beginning before alterations, or if she gets her dress and something's wrong, if she went to a different seamstress first and there was still something else wrong. I would say probably that's the number one negative for me. Just when a bride picks a dress and there's limitations on the dress that doesn't connect with her vision. And that's very challenging at the beginning when you first get the dress, and then all the way to the transformation where we've completed all the alterations. And I love sewing. When I do a fitting, I am very active. So I'm up and down, pinning your dress from head to toe. And that's kind of like a workout. I'd say a high intensity workout. It's just my adrenaline and I'm going and going and going. So then finally at the end of the day, I'm like, wow, like I was sweating, I'm sore, or I have little cuts and bruises. The little pokes from the pins of just sewing, the wear and tear, the physical labor.
So when I founded the company, I was a solopreneur. I basically did break my body, and I did 100 hours every single week during that time. And that's when I broke, and I actually went to the emergency room. Just a tidbit of what had happened to me, building this company. I just kept showing up. It didn't matter if I was in pain. It didn't matter if I was going through issues. It didn't matter if I was under medication. I would still show up. I love making brides' dreams come true. That's one person that I was able to help, that I made a difference in their life. And that's something they will always remember.
Yeah, I love that feeling.
For sure. We're bridal nerds. So my purpose, I live for bridal.